a Bulldog and a Bronco, both in contention for this week's Midco SN Game Ball sponsored by Farmers Union Insurance. But oddly enough, it's going to a player that'll knock helmets with both these teams the next few weeks in Class A Region 1. Hi again, everyone. Jody Norstead here for Midco Sports Network, and congrats to Thompson's Mr. Do-It-All, Sam Roller. He was unstoppable in Friday night's win over Northern Cass, and his big-time performance earns him the hardware. But just like every week, we've got a long list of top performers that were nipping at his heels. Let's start with the young man that wears this helmet. Micah Anderson of Sargent County has popped up on this list a few times now. The senior running back and linebacker put in a nice night at the office, rushing for 187 yards and 4 touchdowns on 27 carries. Plus, he took 3 catches and turned that into 70 yards and 2 more scores. You talk about taking on the attitude of your nickname. Anderson is a Bulldog through and through. He also finished with 8 tackles and a sack in the win over Ellendale-Edgley Coleman. Next up, you probably remember this name from the postseason last year. Bishop Ryan's Jackson Feller erupted for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns, plus a 25-yard touchdown catch. Feller averaged 16 yards per carry. Last I heard, that's pretty good. He also recorded 8 tackles as the Lions pummeled Ned Rose 54-12. Good bounce-back win from the Lions after the rivalry loss to 𝗕𝗹𝗹 a week ago. Did someone say 𝗕𝗹𝗹? The Aggies are still perfect on the year and ranked number 2. And a lot of that is because of what number 20 does in the backfield. Gage Florence hit the end zone 3 times using his legs and 1 time using his hands in the 38-0 dub over Delax Burlington. Florence piled up 180 yards of offense on just 16 touches. I'm sure Gage would be the first to give a salute to that offensive line, led by 6'6", 275-pound junior tackle, Caden Chadwick. Jacob Hildeman was a star in Jamestown's rivalry win over Valley City to earn the Iron Helmet in the program's first 4-0 record since 2000. The All-State receiver hauled in 6 catches for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns from his QB, Ty Munson. Hildeman wasn't available in the first 2 games of the season, but look out now. That Blue Jays passing attack is nothing to mess around with, and now they have 2 weeks to prepare a game plan for the defending state champs from Century. If you watched our live game on Friday, you saw plenty of this.
Here he comes again, more blockers in front of him. It don't matter, he's in the end zone, Isaiah Hoos.
Bismarck Junior running back Isaiah Hoos tamed the Sabres defense to the tune of 194 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. The Demons' offensive line was able to wear down Legacy throughout the game, and Hoos kept picking up chunks of yards until our cameras shut off. He was even kind enough to hop off the bus for an interview afterward. Class 3A has some absolute dudes at running back this fall. Fun to watch. Linton-HMB got another win in the gauntlet that is Region 4. The Lions ran through Beach thanks to Trey Jacob's 182-yard rushing performance and 2 scores. Jacob also made 15 tackles and forced a fumble on defense for Tanner Purinton's squad. Hard-working kid. How about some respect for Surrey? The Mustangs are 6-0 after defeating previously unbeaten Ray Powers Lake 28-6. Chris Jenner goes over 250 on the ground plus a score. The scary thing about Surrey, the Mustangs have just 1 senior. They'll get tested again this week at Divide County. Grafton continues to stack wins. In fact, the Spoilers are 5-0 against Class A competition. Their only loss was to Hillsborough Central Valley, the 2nd-ranked team in Class AA. Edgar Rios is a big reason why. The junior running back rushed for 173 yards and 2 scores on just 15 carries. Then he blocked a punt and returned it for a touchdown. He knows how to use that speed on special teams. He's blocked a number of punts. 3rd-ranked Lisbon picked up a big 28-7 win over 4th-ranked Oaks. Quarterback, if you want to call that a position in the Lisbon offense, Hunter Schultz rushed for 224 yards on 35 carries for 2 touchdowns. All-State rusher Jordan Sauer suffered an injury in the first half, and it was Schultz getting most of the carries in his absence. The Broncos have another big one Friday night against 4-1 Thompson. Say this 5 times fast. A speedy sophomore sensation for the Squirrels of Central Cass. That's not too bad. Owen Wiersma was juking, jiving, and spinning around Devils Lake defenders on Friday, racking up 136 yards on the ground to go with 3 scores. Central Cass has all of a sudden won 3 straight, outscoring opponents 137-6 in that span. The rivalry game in Kindred, well, that's going to be nuts on Friday night, pun intended. It'll be a top 5 battle with the Vikings ranked 3rd, Squirrels ranked 5th in the latest poll. Kindred hasn't played a game, remember, since September 11th due to its school going to distance learning from the pandemic. All right, on to our Midco SN Game Ball winners, sponsored by Farmers Union Insurance. Thompson always turns out some impressive athletes, and Sam Roller is the latest. After being an All-State pick a year ago, he has really taken his game to new heights. Roller racked up over 500 all-purpose yards in the blowout win over Northern Cass on Friday. He rushed for 245 yards and 4 touchdowns, and also racked up 143 receiving yards and a score. If that wasn't enough, he added a pick on defense, returning that 50 yards. Roller plays running back, slot, he can line up outside, great defensively. He is the total package and might know the playbook better than anyone on the team. So congrats to Sam and congrats to the Tommies, who are 4-1 with a big matchup against 3rd-ranked Lisbon just a few days away. You'll see those highlights and many more on Varsity Sports Live at 10:30 Friday on Midco Sports Network.